Welcome. Welcome from Stevie. We have a Stevie news this week too.
Yay.
Oh my God, so much stuff. I know I say that.
You've been busy.
Well, I say that every week, but there usually is. Some weeks there's not as much, but this was a very, very busy week. I'm still very tired, but what first start with what we're drinking. There's so many beers from Wisconsin. I don't even know where you'd start. I think Wisconsin might be one of my favorite states too because it's dairy farming, and I love milk.
I saw your milk.
I would give up
That's
alcohol
ridiculous.
for milk.
Wait,
So would Ron.
What?
Yeah. Well, Ron has given up alcohol, but
Yeah.
he likes a giant glass of whole milk every day. So do I. And there's so many dairies to pick from. Anyway, this is Three Sheeps, Wisconsinite, and then they put a Lambo guy on here. So there was a Packer, a Green Bay Packer football, for you people who aren't into that, Leroy Butler, and it's a 36 can. They name it after him. And he was the first guy to do the Lambo leap, where they jump in the crowd after they get the touchdown. So he's been honored with a can.
His own cream ale.
It's a wonderful. All their beer. You go in the Milwaukee Public. I mean, it's ridiculous. Everything in there is a wonderful, ridiculous thing. The Bloody Marys. There's a whole menu where you order all the shit you want in your. I got the Milwaukeean. I put videos up online, and Bob and Clark.
Oh my God.
It was just. So that's what we're drinking. And we're gonna taste some things here quickly. This is crazy. Thin mints are my favorite.
Mine too.
Girl Scout cookie. I'm constantly reprimanded by my sister who says that thin mint flavor is for old people in nursing homes. I'm like,
Oh, no way.
that's what she said.
No, it's amazing.
She goes, what are you, 100? I ordered a thin mint ice cream cone somewhere with the kids. Yeah. I go, what? Well, when we did our charity work in high school at the old folks home, they had thin mint ice cream every night.
Oh my God.
I'm like, well, maybe that's the only flavor or it was cheap. Did you ever think about that shit?
You're talking about mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate. These are Girl Scout thin mint pretzels.
Go.
No, doesn't work for me.
With a little salt in it?
No.
No? All right.
There shouldn't be salt in your chocolate.
Oh, I disagree.
Um,
Little salt, little
no.
sugar, yeah.
Too many things.
Yeah.
I like just thin mints. The
Okay.
regular, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm good for them for trying if you're gonna branch out.
Who brought those?
I'll tell you, Kenosha, Wisconsin termites, Beth and Bridget.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
I want one.
All right, you want 'em? Well, here, I'll toss them. No, I'm gonna break something. Whoa, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, wow. Baby cat's not up here. I didn't scare. I'm like, did I scare the cat?
That's all right.
Baby cat was out all night, gallivanting. Yeah, she always comes in when she chose out, and there's a certain cutoff where I have to go to bed. Mm-hmm.
Well, 3 a.m.
Yeah, I had to throw Chavo out because it'll start at 2 in the
Wait,
morning.
he's in the house too?
He's in the house sometimes. But his cry is it's like a tornado siren. And as soon as he wakes up and realizes, fuck, I'm still in the house, not outside. It's dark. It is. It's not like baby cat. Baby cat's meow 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 meow. And Kato, probably the meanest, is the quietest. Yeah, she has a wonderful little
Yeah, she'll rip
meow
your face.
right before she rips your eyes out. Meow meow. I can pick her up now. Old salty beer, cheese, kettle chips, Rockford, Illinois termites, Joy and Dam. These are very good. Old salties. Yeah, beer cheese. I'm not tasting the beer so much, but I taste the cheese.
All good.
I like them. Well done.
Then children can eat them.
What?
Children can eat them.
Yes, kids can eat them. There's not real alcohol in there. Everyone settle down. Although I'm going to tell you about a story about a lady in Texas who took Jell-O shots that had alcohol in them to a grade school event. Whoa, she's going to be in some trouble. You know, maybe it's an honest mistake. People judge too harshly. Gas station roller dog, hot dog flavored potato chips called
sounds-
Urge.
That sounds great.
This came from Iowa termite Brenda. Oh, they're the Lay's Ripples. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, oh, wow.
Oh, she got you.
Oh, my God. I love it. Gas station roller dog. Uh-huh. Meaning the hot dog on the roller
Yeah.
and the thing in the gas station, like Love's.
Yeah, I get it.
It's hard to pass up a Love's hot dog.
Yeah.
But their breakfast taco burrito is even better.
Really?
So good. It's only like $2. Wow. These are awesome. I'm saving these. Last thing, Lay's Wavy Korean style fried chicken flavor. I don't know. It's a flavor finalist. You get to vote. Let's see. If I got to scan that QR code to vote.
Is it in English or Korean?
It's in English. Well, no. Well, yeah. It's all in English. Okay. $5 for this whole bag. That's reasonable. And this bag is filled completely. It's not bullshit.
I think we're about to get full bullshit.
We're about to get full bullshit. I'm feeling it. Yeah. They just laid off 20,000 UPS workers. I can tell you one in Wisconsin specifically.
Milwaukee.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I think UPS does a great job. I mean, most of the time they do. FedEx too. But sometimes you just get a lazy driver.
Yep.
And I really don't want to see anybody laid off because it's going to get weird, I
They
think.
weave and beat as they drive by. With your shit.
These are from Chicago termites, Peggy and Dennis. Wow.
Really? Korean barbecue.
I can honestly say I never thought I'd like Korean style fried chicken flavored wavy Lay's potato chips, but like I don't even know the sauces I'm looking on here. They put fried chicken, it's buffalo wings. We got to have a meeting.
Okay.
I'm not sure Lay's is understanding the Korean deal. I think they're just throwing up buffalo wings. And they're good, though. It's a limited time flavor, and it's a finalist. I didn't know we were voting. Oh, there's 3 you can vote on.
Oh.
Yeah.
You like this one?
It's too small to read the other 2. It's too small for me. Anyway, yeah, you're just going to have to go shopping.
Okay.
Yeah. Upcoming shows. Then we're going to plow on. June 7th, Wheatland, California. Sorry. June 20th, Rancho Mirage. That's basically Palm Springs. June 27th, Charlottesville. 28th, Bristol, Virginia. 29th, Vegas, the Venetian. What? We got some Vegas news, too.
Yeah.
August 16th, the Cape Cod Melody Tent. The Cape Cod. Wait,
Cod.
you know, let me just say that. There's so many things in my mind that this is going to seem disjointed, I'm sure, but just hang out.
You mean the Pubcast in general?
The entire Pubcast, yes. Because really, honestly, it's taken everything I have to break away from the Karen Reed trial to do this podcast today. My friend Kelly, my friend Nicole, we've all deemed ourselves an alternate jurors. I mean, I haven't missed a minute, if possible. I take breaks when they take breaks. We all look at the fan. They keep the fan on the screen. It's the most ridiculous. It's now become a meme. That's so funny.
It's stupid.
Cape Cod, you got the accent. I'll get into it. The Karen Reed, I can't. Let me just say that. So my friend Kelly is from up there, and she can do the accent so good. She doesn't really have it all the time in real life, like not like these guys do. This particular group of people outside of Boston, but their 911 call because they're revved up. And they're found their friend dead in the front yard. Yeah. If you're not following this trial, there's a lot of people. There's this group in Boston of super duper drinkers. Every time they talk about their drinks, I'm like, oh my God, I'm such an amateur. Jesus, what do you weigh, a hundo? You had 9 doubles? Fuck.
Vodka.
How a vodka? And then you're walking around town with drinks in your hands to other bars. You're getting in cars. You're all driving because they're the cops or friends of the cops. But anyway, their 911 call was played again today. The accent is so severe. And my friend Nicole had a great point. She goes, because she's Southern, she's from here, and she's like, I know, I mean, we go up there, I love the accent, but I don't understand it. Like, they put R's where there are none, like hyperthermia. They throw an R, and she goes, then Worcester, which has lots of R's, they don't even say them. I'm like, I know they got R's just dangling around, free R's, they don't take them. That 911 call, because they're kind of hysterical, as one would be. If I was the 911 operator, being a Midwest person, I would have said, you know, I know this sounds weird, but you're kind of unintelligible to me right now. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to call my friend Kelly. She'll understand that it's wicked terrible. It's horrible. Oh my God, John, it's so severe. Johnny.
Yeah, you gotta do
Oh my
Johnny.
God. Anyway, that's why I have to get over the fact that it's on right now.
Well, they got a 2-hour break.
Oh, a 2-hour break?
Yeah.
Because everybody makes fun of the judge. I love her.
Yeah.
She is so goddamn disinterested and so tired. And I'm like, I get it. I'm probably her age. She's like, I'll allow it. And there's fighting. She's like, whatever, I'll allow it. I don't even care. This is my second time doing this trial. I know all you people. Half of you are liars. Half of you are bullshitting.
Yeah.
I can't even tell the difference between a lie and a bullshit anymore.
You said something different last time. Go fuck yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
September 12th, Terre Haute. September 13th, Elizabeth, Indiana. And then Eugene, Portland, Seattle. What?
Keeps going.
And it keeps going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want to bore you guys with everything from here to Kingdom Come, but it keeps on going. Now, before we get into anything, we've added a new queen. Now, the queens and the kings are rotating. I don't want anyone to panic. No one's being thrown out.
No.
It's just if they're busy or not.
Shares being repaired.
Shares being repaired. Yeah, I think Baby Cat did something. I don't think she likes her. If my nieces and nephews come, I have to put all these away. Like when Jack was little, he's like, hey, Cat, can you put all those? Because I wake up in the middle of the night and think there's people staring at me because his pull-out couch is right over there. I'm like, no problem, buddy. Martha Stewart, welcome.
Yay!
Representing the 80-somethings. Well, Cher was too. We've got almost every generation.
Yeah.
Chapel's on a break right now because she's busy. Oh, no, she's right. Is this her?
Yeah.
Oh, she's wearing the jacket the theater gave me, the Pabst. How cool is this? This football jacket. She's the
So cool.
20-somethings. Stevie's the 70-somethings. And then the Martha's the 80-something crowd.
60.
Snoop, is he 60? No, he's younger than me. I'm 59.
Then he's the 50.
He's the 50s. Post is the 30s.
Jelly 30.
Jelly's 30s.
Yeah. We need a 40s.
Right, we don't have a 40s. Tay-Tay's the 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll think of somebody.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Send suggestions.
Yeah. Who do you want?
Martha, we've got some Martha. She's dropping bombs again.
Hey, Tommy. Tommy will come back in the 40s.
Tommy, no, Tommy's not doing shit now.
No, I mean he'll come back.
Tom
for
Brady?
football season.
He's, well, man,
Oh, you're kicking him out.
I'm kicking him out.
Really?
It's over, man.
Wow.
You know what, though? He's helping Las Vegas Raiders make their pick, and he told them not to pick Shedeur.
I know.
Oh, that calls for one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Shedeur.
I know. We're going to talk about all that. We have, so we got Martha, because she's just dropping bombs, and she's out there everywhere, dropping 80-year-old bombs on everybody. Limited edition mermaid tees and the Wrong Oceans are available on Wrong Ocean shirt, available online right now.
Those are brand new.
And a new new machine, instant audience. So we got applause.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like a
Crickets. Wait. I
Yeah,
got-
wait
Sorry.
for it. Whoa.
Sorry. I can't predict how loud it's going to be.
It's an actual cricket.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing Baby Cat's not here. She won't like that. Rim shot and boo. I like the
Oh,
boo. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Hold on. What am I doing here?
Who
Um,
gave you those? Who gave you the applause?
The applause one. Oh, the instant applause. That is from Carol and Jessica, her daughter. Her even though the Screaming Goat's their favorite,
Yeah.
they thought this might be a good addition. I think the boo is a great
the
addition.
boo.
Yeah. The audience one, the applause, they could have done better. Crickets, excellent. Rim shot, great. Let's talk about taping the special and thank every termite that came to the 5 and the 8 o'clock show.
Congratulations. That's great.
Yeah, we have to do 5 because some people are like, that's early. I'm like, well, trust me, nobody knows more than I know that I'm in a shower at,
Noon.
1 because I have to get over there to do lighting and all this stuff. But if you're going to do 2 in one night, you got to have the time to switch the room. And it's not like normally switching the room because there's cameras and lighting and sound and all. There's 85 people working that night. 85.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a shit ton of people.
That's awesome.
The Pabst Theater in Milwaukee is one of the most, it's one of the prettiest places. Every comic says that goes there, or just people. And if you live there, or you're ever going to go see a show, go early so you can see it while the lights are on.
It's so
You need to see the upper balcony with the golden chairs that say Pabst and
chandelier.
the chandelier Liberace would die for. It's from 1894 or something, 1800s. Yeah, everything's steep because back then they didn't have microphones, so they had to build straight up instead of deep. They couldn't go deep, or you couldn't hear the people.
Right.
That third balcony, though, I'm not good with heights, and I got up there and I went, no. When I definitely couldn't drink. I mean, if I have 2 beers, and I'm always falling over, just clumsy anyway. But my clumsiness in general, no alcohol involved.
Right.
No, I don't know how people do it. Cheers to everybody who made it. So you tape 2 shows. You hope one is good. They were both good.
Yeah.
A great. I can pull from either one. Thank you, everybody. But the work part, and well, I'll get to all the thank yous for that later on. But there was there's a person who makes backstage great, and superior, and it was Esmeralda, and she even made these little golf balls that say "I love day drinking," and then my face is on them. And I'm so excited about these because I'm only gonna hit them at a course where I know my friends are at.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna drop them every now and then in a place like I know where my friend Mark shanks his drives normally, and I'm just gonna lay it. And I want feedback. I want at least one Easter egg to be found. She gave me quite a few. There's probably 24 in there. Very, very funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
But just the town of Milwaukee, the Bucks were playing, and there's a new hotel across the trade that's so great, and everybody in there was so great. And there were quite a few of us in there, like, you know, behaving like comedian people, not like normal people. But the Bucks, Ron brought his dog. Here, I brought out Papa Bobblehead.
Yep.
I go, what do you want me to say when I introduce you? He goes, just say welcome, Ron White. I'm like, really? I mean, I could say more. He's like, no, it doesn't matter. But what I like is when you just say Ron White, I'm not sure they think it's the real one.
Right.
And then there's applause, and then there's a second round of like, holy shit, it's really hit the Grand Termite. I go, I could introduce you as the Grand Termite. And he's like, just say Ron White. I'm like, fine. He brought his golden doodle, Maddie.
Yep.
It's the cutest thing ever. And she was very well behaved everywhere. Shocking. She loved the cheese. I know. Every cheese plate, her paws were up there. I'm like, I don't know enough. I don't think dogs are supposed to have. You can't have a pound of Gouda. No. Just the town of Milwaukee, though. The Bucks were playing. Sorry, they got knocked out. It's a brand new. It's called Fear the Deer District. First, I thought it was Fear the Beer. I'm like, you know what? Either one work in Wisconsin. You could call it Fear the Beer, Fear the Deer. If you ever get a chance, go there for a game. If you want to see a Brewers game, if you want to see a Bucks game, it's great. They have an NBA team. There's the bronze Fonzie statue of Fonzie, and that was super fun. And if you got time, Ron did it. I was shocked. I said, go to the Pabst Mansion because I've done it twice, actually. And he went. He's like, well, he did have a nice house. He goes, I think mine might be just as nice. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Yours is nice, but it's not that old. And that you do have a church in your backyard I haven't seen? I don't think so. The whole town was fun. The whole thing was great. My friends Bob and Clark, research assistants, we went and had Bloody Marys and all that. Was that the market? The Milwaukee Public Market. Yes, I just could be in there for days. I met some termites, took some pictures. Yep. Yeah, because you just turn around, I have this giant Bloody Mary, and they go, oh, we're going to see you tonight. I'm like, good for you. Oh, no, tomorrow night. It was Friday. It wasn't Saturday. But anyway, we're going to put this aside. Thank you to everybody in Wisconsin. I like everywhere in Wisconsin, though. I've been to Sheboygan. I've been to Oshkosh, Bakosh. Apple. Yeah, well, there's clubs everywhere, too. So I've done all those in addition to after I got out of the clubs and moved on into theater land. There's many theaters in Wisconsin.
Congratulations.
Thank you for congratulations. It's been exhausting. It is a big deal. But what's so weird is you're like, I do this every night of my life. I wish somebody would just film me when I don't know it. I mean, because it's just so much easier. And then I don't have to think and I don't have to worry. Does my hair look right or my makeup look right? And who can hear me? Oh, and the mic can't be in my face. Put the mic down. I'm so fucking sick of hearing that. Like, this is where I talk. If you can't see me, I don't know, look harder. I don't know what to do. This is just the way it goes. I get it, though. I'm blocking my own face.
Did you have fun? Not in Milwaukee, but...
I had moments of fun throughout the weekend. The shows were great. I forgot one joke. I'm very mad at myself. But I have to go. I was 99% right.
Yeah.
So
It's like a test.
I know, but I don't even think I did it on the first show. I never forget a joke. But I did. There was too much going on. Yeah, there's 95 people and whatever. It's not like a normal night where I can just look at my notes and then go bye, and then I go on stage, and yeah, it's not like that.
Go have some beers.
Yeah. Right. Maybe somebody could just film me when I don't know it. Queen news. Stevie Nicks is what this came from a termite to the team email. And yes, I do read the team email. Sometimes I'm a couple weeks behind because I'm busy, but I always do read it. Stevie Nicks one-time Los Angeles beachfront condo heads to market.
What?
Yeah. So it's in Marina Del Rey. It's on the sand. I didn't even know Marina Del Rey had condo buildings on the sand. I didn't think that. It's just south of Venice Beach. It's asking price is $3.9 million.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
You gonna buy it?
No, I'm not gonna buy it. It's the bottom floor too. Boo. That deserves this. The bottom floor. It's brighter than one would think for being the bottom, but I've learned my lesson from renting apartments for 20 years. Don't go in the basement if you don't. It's not the basement, it's the ground floor. Yeah, it does overlook the sand and ocean, a sunken living room, of course, because it was from the 70s. Everybody had a sunken living room. What were you all doing down there? I want to ask my parents. Two things. What was going on with sunken living rooms and what's going on with timeshares that you all can't get out of now and you're 100 years old still paying some jackstraw in Florida? We got a timeshare at Disney World. Oh, my God. Don't say you didn't. Say you didn't. Yeah, so if you want to buy Stevie's place, you got $4 million. Maybe you could offer 3.5. I don't know how the real estate market is in Los Angeles right now, but I imagine it's probably a little tough because the Palisades burning down. People need places to live. Yeah, I don't know. Jelly Roll, King News.
Go.
King News.
He's right behind you.
This is great. Jelly Roll hopes correcting past mistakes after serving jail time will urge Tennessee governor to pardon him. We're on our way to pardoning him, which means he can vote again if he wants, which means he can do things that he wants not be able to do.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, I think the governor here, Governor Bill Lee, I think he will do it.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, him and Jelly are not necessarily aligned, I would say, with their on many things, but I think he can align with a reform man.
Yeah.
He's like your Republican governor that wears the flannel shirt in the commercial, and he's by a fireplace, and he just wants to get things
He
right.
borrows a horse.
Yeah, he's a handsome man. Yeah, he gets a horse from somewhere and rides it around. It's nothing like Kay Ivy's where she's shooting shit in Alabama. I want Kay Ivy. You want a straight shooter? I'm your lady. Oh my God. The guns are never explained either.
No.
You got to go on YouTube and see Kay Ivy's campaign ads. They're so great. She's always shooting some sort of gun. I think that's all my king and queen news. I'm going to get to Martha. So Martha did the ultimate mic drop. They said, have you watched Meghan Markle's show? And she goes, is it on yet? Oh! Because the queen of the lifestyle programming is never going to give up the title, even at age 83 or whatever the hell she was. It's so Martha. It's so mic drop. It's just boom. The Pope. We're going to get into some things. Because I'm Catholic, it's a big deal for me.
Yeah.
If you don't care about the Pope thing, fast forward maybe 5 minutes so you can get out of it. My friend Lorene is Filipino. As I've said, I think I said on the last, there's 2 Filipinos hot in the running in the top 10. The conclave begins on May 7th. But there's one guy that's ahead of the other guy. And my friend Lorene said, if he becomes Pope, it's going to be the world's largest karaoke party. There's no way to settle Filipinos down. And they are so funny on TikTok. There's young ones, old ones going, this is our guy. It'll be such a letdown if they don't win. But I don't know. I do not think the Catholic Church is progressive enough to go Asian or African. No.
I think it'll be an Italian.
One of these old Italians is going to take back the reins and go, nah, 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 nah. As my dad would have said, nah, 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 nah. This is staying in Italy. I mean, they went outside for the German guy, but anyway. These are just some Pope facts. And then we're moving on to what are we watching? And boy, we are watching some shit go down. At the time of his death, a Jesuit takes a vow of poverty, by the way. That's a specific order of being a priest. His personal wealth was less than $100 or less than 90 euros if you'd like to be global. He owned no property, held no bank accounts, and had no investments. Although entitled to an annual salary of roughly 340 euros as Pope, He never accepted a cent. As a member of the Society of Jesuits, he'd taken a lifelong vow of poverty. Good for him. Now, that being said, he did live in one of the prettiest places on earth, and I don't know. Let's say he had his 340 euros, 1,000 euros. He could have given it to his sister or his sister or his brother. Yeah, you know, any of that. He could have sent it back to a charity, but I don't think he could go out like drinking with it. Right. You know, no. It'd be kind of a thing.
Put it on my tab.
I love the scene of the nun that broke. She totally broke protocol, busted in when they had him laid out in front of every man that thinks he's powerful and went, fuck you, in her little tiny Memphisito shoes that were very Memphistos that are comfortable on her feet, marched right up there and stood in front of the casket. What are you going to do?
Right.
What are you going to do? You going to yank an old lady nun who's 4'8"? You going to manhandle her? No, you're going to allow it. But that took some balls. Yeah. That was Genevieve. Yeah. Genevieve's going to be...
I cried. Oh.
It was so sad. I know. Because they were BFFs. And she was like, fuck it. They say I can't go in there. I'm doing it.
Watch this.
She's a member of the Little Sisters of Jesus Order. Yeah, Sister Genevieve, a member of the Little Sisters of Jesus Order, I have never heard of that, has dedicated more than 56 years of her life to helping the neediest communities in Rome, especially transgender and street vendors.
Oh, that's nice.
Why are we putting the transgenders with street vendors?
I don't understand
this is like what you become the saint of, and you're like, wait, I'm in charge of the hot dog cart and transgender. They've got all these political issues, and yeah, you want me to come over here and make sure his hot dog cart got an A? Let me see your rating. I'm in charge of you people. We can't have bad hot dogs going out.
I'm not the health inspector.
Yeah. Her work has been exemplary, regardless of the difficulties she faced.
Fantastic.
She was the niece of one of the nuns kidnapped during the last Argentine dictatorship. That was a big deal. Yep. Yeah, I don't need to go into it, but no. She's 81 years old.
She's so cute.
Yep. She said, fuck it.
Pocket person.
Fuck it.
Yep.
Just went right up there.
Little sister.
As Rocky Laporte would say, go for you.
Go
Go for you, tiny person. Go for you. Pope Francis, he did take some of his money in 2023, and he transferred from his personal account. It was his own money and not his salary. And he purchased drones for the Ukrainian army.
Really?
This was reported by journalist Oleksandr Zinchenko.
That's pretty cool.
And they didn't want to put his name on them, so the missiles said Secret Santa.
You're kidding.
No.
Wow.
No. Yeah. Drones. Sorry, the drones.
That's awesome.
If they crashed, it said Secret Santa.
Wow.
If you're wondering, I was wondering if you can bet on who's going to become Pope.
I can't find it anywhere.
I got it.
Really?
You can.
No.
The site's called KALSHI. It's a CFTC regulated prediction market platform that's legal in all 50 states.
And it will be in the schnotes.
It will be in the schnotes. I'm going on this because here's the odds. Pietro Parolin, 29%. That sounds like an Italian man. Luis Antonio Tagle. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. That's the Filipino guy. My friends want.
Okay.
Me too. I want him. He does. Matteo Zuppi. He's really cute.
Yeah.
He gets at 11%. And then it goes all the way down to Robert Serra. That's probably an American.
Where's the pizza guy?
Oh, Pierre Battista Pizzaballa.
Yeah.
He's at 8%. Peter Erdo, I don't want him. He's a starch conservative. No, he'll just take things backwards. No. No.
He'll go murder that little nun.
He'll have that nun line. Yeah, there'll be none of that. There won't be button in line if he's in charge. Couple more things and we'll move on. So if you do watch any of it, the conclave, you're going to see these guys. It looks like they're dressed like court gestures. Yeah. They look kind of ridiculous, right? Well, here's the thing. They're trained killers. It's not a joke. And I mean, let's face it. If I train to be a killer and then you give me the gayest outfit available on earth, I mean, it's feathers. It's, I mean, it's awesome looking, but I wouldn't think that guy could all of a sudden.
What are they called?
It's the Pontifical Swiss Guard, also known as the Papal Swiss Guard.
Really? Swiss Guard.
It was its origins in the 15th century. Pope Sixtus, he was in the 1400s. He created it. Wow. Oh, there's all these things. You have to be like over 6 foot tall. You have to be single. You have to be trained.
Those guys can kill people?
Yeah, they're trained killers.
Wow.
They are not goofing off.
They look like court jesters.
I know the uniforms. It's a distinct Renaissance appearance. Oh, I should say.
Sure is.
Oh, one should say. It's introduced by Commandant Jules Ripond in 1914. It was inspired by the 16th century depictions of the Swiss Guard.
This is hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just trying to see if I can see that.
They've protected the Pope since 1506.
1506, they've been in charge.
Yep.
They can do everything. They could fight with swords. They're yeah.
Their current commander
So
is
don't.
Christoph Graf.
Christoph Graf is the current commander of the Swiss Guard. Excellent.
Yep.
They certainly didn't get a good bounce. They didn't bounce the room correctly when the nuns snuck through. They probably were like, "We can't kill her, right? She's 4'8". She's 90,000 years old. What do we? They didn't have a plan for that. They have a plan for people attacking the Pope. You're out. Boom, boom, boom. You're gone. But what if some tiny nun sneaks in here and butts in line? I don't know, Christoph. We didn't talk about that in the meeting. God damn, that's going to be a Monday topic. Last thing on the Pope. So when you become Pope, whatever your name was, like this guy, Pier Battista Pizzaballa. The thing is, you have to pick a Pope name. I wish he could stay Pizzaballa. It's so perfect. In Rome, Italian, Catholic Pope, Pizzaballa.
Think of the merch.
Oh, the merch would be to die for. They could think how much more money the Catholic Church could make. Well, you can pick from any past Pope name, or you can pick a saint name. You know, there's parameters, but I do a joke in my act. I'm going to post it this week because thank you, termites, who helped me find it. I didn't even know if I ever recorded it, but somehow people knew it. So when you're going through the list of past Pope names, let's say it says Gregory the II, you can become Gregory the III.
Okay.
You can have it. You're just going to be updated with a Roman numeral. Well, in the year 461, he lasted 7 years. This guy took the name as Pope Hilarious. And I'm not even kidding.
Love it.
Listen to what he was mad about.
Pope hilarious.
When people think like your current problems matter,
Yep.
this man thought these things mattered. Just remember that. I hope he didn't stress out. In 449, the year, Hilarious served as a legate for Pope Leo at the Second Council of Ephesus. His opposition to the condemnation of Flavian of Constable incurred the enmity of Dioscorus of Alexandria, who attempted to prevent him from leaving the city. Hilarious was able to make his escape and return to Rome by an indirect route. He later erected an oratory at the Lantern in honor of John the Evangelist, to whom he attributed safe passage.
Huh.
He was born in Sardinia. Yeah, his papacy. They don't even act like that name was weird.
No. Not
Right.
At all. Pope hilarious.
So you think he got problems? He was worried about that. His opposition to the condemnation of Flavian of Constable. I mean, so we shall see. May 7th. I don't know what the date is today. That's like in a week.
Yep.
We start. Yep. And I bet it's going to take. Okay. There should be betting on this too on these sites.
Yes.
How long will the conclave? How long is it going to take?
Yep.
Um.
We should do it on the side.
Somebody did Anheuser-Busch, and there's always smoke coming out of the brewery. It says, a new beer is born every 5 minutes, and it just shows white smoke coming out of the brewery in puffs. I'm going to say it's going to be a long conclave.
Yeah.
By long,
7 days?
oh no, minimum a month.
What?
Over-unders. What are we betting on? Come on, DraftKings. Why can't we bet on this? Are you afraid we're going to get corrupt? We're already corrupt.
I say,
Everybody knows that.
No, I say 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yep.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
That's your Canadian side thinking, no, just because you guys have elections in 4.5 hours doesn't mean that the Catholic Church is going to abide by your rules. And congratulations to all of Canada for a new leader, if that's who you wanted or who you didn't want it.
Yep.
He's a handsome man. I like he was in charge of banking. That's really all I know about the guy.
I'll
Mark.
follow him.
Mark.
Mark.
What's his last name?
Carney.
Carney.
Couldn't
I
believe
like
you
it.
Couldn't believe you got to skate with the Oilers.
His most exciting moment so far is skating with the Edmonton Oilers. Good for you. That's what makes you happy.
It's great.
Yeah, well, good for you. What are we watching? Well, oh my God. So I don't usually go into like celebrity gossip and all that shit. I don't really care per se. And I don't even know, I still don't know who Blake Lively is. And I don't care to look it up. I don't give a shit. I don't know who that man is. I don't care. I wouldn't know a Kardashian if one literally delivered something and sat next to me on a plane. I don't know. But this is more sports, so. But this is just impossible. As we know, CBS Sunday is on my television because of Lewis. Hello, I'm Jane Pauley. I'm like, is everybody on the Razapam on this show? Let's go, guys. I mean, I know older people like the show, but you can. My mom can keep up. You can talk a little faster.
She just kind of stares for a minute.
I'm Jane Pauley.
Like she may be having a stroke.
Today, we have 4 stories to tell. And then they tell them like old people. Kathleen Madigan was born in Florissant, Missouri. Like, oh my God. It's the format that drives me absolutely batshit. Like, I want everybody on there to do an 8-ball. Where, you know what? We're going to do CBS Sunday on Coke. Yep. Everybody, just one Sunday. I want to see it.
Yes.
Or Red Bull and vodka, something. If we don't want to do drugs, I'll give them choices. They don't have to do drugs. But anyway, they had Bill Belichick on, former coach of the New England Patriots. That would be his most recent gig. And then now the coach of UNC. I don't even know what their football team's called. Are they the Tar Heels? They're all the Tar Heels. Basketball, everything there is a Tar Heel.
Yeah, that's what they do in schools.
Oh,
Everybody at Mizzou is what?
a tiger.
Right.
Mizzou is a tiger.
Even if you're a swimmer.
Oh yeah, I guess in college you're all the same. Yeah. Well, anyway,
That's a little man.
this is his first year at UNC, so he decided he's going to do it. He's written a book.
What's the football team called?
The football team. Well, like at SIUE, I don't know if we had one. We were a commuter school.
I'm talking. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Tar Heels.
Tar Heels.
Yeah.
Lewis Black's alma mater. So he decided to do an interview with CBS. Now, I had said last week on this podcast, he has a 24-year-old girlfriend. And I told my mom, this is when my mom mic drops sometimes. I go, he's added her, though, to the football email chain of coaching and stuff. She goes, well, maybe he needs someone to read the emails. Oh! My reading glasses don't even work anymore, Kathleen. Maybe his don't work. And I'm like, well, that is true. I have said to the kids, read the back. Well, there is something going on. Because this guy just said, the interviewer guy says to Bill Belichick, there's been a lot of talk about your girlfriend. Jordan is her name. Who's sitting right here with monitors and she looks like Steven Spielberg. She is directing this goddamn interview. And the guy goes, where'd you guys meet? That is the most normal question that could be asked of a new couple. And hey, Bill, you're the one on Instagram dressed like a fisherman catching her as a mermaid. So don't act like you didn't put this out there. You did it. Yeah, that's on you. That is public bullshit. You did that. You want to keep stuff private? Then don't. Here I am in a wacky outfit with this 20-year-old. Well, they said, where'd you meet? And she, from off camera, says, we're not talking about that. Yep. And shuts the interview down. Mm-hmm. And even the guy was like, whoa. And then it makes you think,
what are you hiding?
What are you hiding? You don't even bother to make up a story?
No.
Let's say you're hiding something. Mm-hmm. Let's say if there's been some rumors that maybe she was, a person. An escort. I know. I don't know if I'll get sued for saying those things. I didn't say that. Other people said that.
It's a free podcast. You can't get sued.
It's free. I bet I could still get sued. And my lawyer is deceased. So my free lawyer's gone. I know. I got to make one of the nieces or nephews become a lawyer. We need another lawyer in the family, right? Anyway, let's say you did meet an escort and marry an escort. And I said to my brother, I just love that all men, well, not all, but many, many men believe like when they start dating the stripper that she really particularly likes them. Like, oh my God, you cannot be.
And still ask.
There was a strip club in the Ozarks. It's since closed, called Earth Angels. And I go, this shit didn't happen at Earth Angels. Those strippers they didn't act like they liked any of you. They were mean and aggressive and just give me your money, dumb shit. Well, even if it always amazes me that men believe that. not all men, obviously, but even if you did, let's say you fell in love with the escort, Pretty Woman, which that movie still.
It's a wonderful movie.
Oh,
It's a feel-good
God.
story.
It is not a feel-good
Yes, it
story.
is. Oh, it's a rom-com.
It is not a rom-com.
Yes. You don't know the definition.
Here's some money. Enjoy your day at the hotel, sweetheart. Fuck off.
They wouldn't let her charge things. It was horrible.
Oh, I would let her charge things. It was horrible. Listen to you. I can't be in a hotel room unless I'm allowed to charge things.
No, on Rodeo Drive. We'll watch it later.
Well, anyway,
God.
let's say you did get with an escort. Let's say you believed her. Let's say she was telling the truth, and it's a whirlwind romance for the ages.
I can't believe
Why can't you make up a story about where you met? Just make it up.
I
go-
can't believe you haven't seen The Wizard of Oz, but you have seen Pretty Woman.
You can't get away from Pretty Woman. At least Wizard of Oz, they've quit showing it. I mean, every time I turn on TBS, it's either my favorite, Jaws, or it's Pretty Woman. And I'm like,
Anyway, sorry.
I'm just saying, why couldn't you be bothered to make up a story?
Because nobody's allowed to have a publicist. Because she's in charge.
Well, she could be in charge, but she seems to be the wonder child here and calculated and all this crap. Then make up a story
Right.
that nobody. But here's the problem: you need me or my dad, a lawyer or the daughter of a lawyer, to sit down and go. Now, whatever story you're going to make up, there can't be any witnesses. Do we understand this? Because they're going to go get checked out because you two won't shut up on Instagram and you're blabbing about this. If I was UNC, I would just be like, what have we done?
Right.
Oh my God. We thought we were getting this old guy coach that was great and won Super Bowls. And we're reporting to Jordan, a 24-year-old ex-cheerleader. She's not even a flag football player.
She's not a cheerleader.
Well, they say she was a cheerleader.
Allegedly.
Yeah, there are
Show
probably
me
some
up.
strippers at Earth Angels that were cheerleaders. Now, let's not shit on cheerleaders. Well, apparently the interview was 50 times worse than what was shown on CBS Sunday morning. They did show that part.
That will come out. There
It's
will-
coming
there will-
out.
there will-
There's
something
been
will
an
come out.
intervention
Yep.
with him by some people. I'm not really sure who. I'm not hiding that. I just don't know.
You didn't call him.
I can't get any inside info. I
Tom
looked. I do
Brady.
the work of the Lord for this podcast.
Call your friend Tom.
I can't call Tom Brady. I don't know anybody. The only person I know in New England is Kelly McFarland. Kelly's not super interested in sports like that. There were multiple interruptions, and like if you're him, sorry, I don't understand,
Stop it.
dude.
You're a professional person.
Wow.
You used to be.
We're not talking about this. This is a part. I just don't. The former cheerleader at Bridgewater State University. See,
Okay.
you have a lot of jobs. I have a lot of jobs.
We're going to go down that rabbit hole next week. I want to know where that is.
She was on his yacht in Nantucket.
That doesn't
She's made her presence known at UNC, where she recently attended a spring practice.
You know who we'll call? We'll
Who?
call Taylor.
Call Taylor.
At the Wilbur.
Oh,
She might know people.
Taylor Blumenreich at the Wilbur. She won't care about sports. I don't see it. Maybe. She's at the practice field for football.
It's crazy.
He's been like Svengali.
Yep.
I feel like he's under a spell.
How many kids do they have?
He's got 2 kids, I think.
2?
I know he has the son coaches for him.
Then he got fired.
Then-
Then he went
yeah,
to Seattle.
yeah.
Then he came, it's a whole mess. He has 3 kids.
3 kids. 2 daughters
1. That's unfortunate.
and 2 sons.
Daughter Amanda.
Amanda,
And then he's got Steve and Brian.
Steve, and Brian. Well, there's going to have to be a powwow. Now, here's something disappointing.
Amanda's apparently not in favor of this.
Amanda's not in favor. Even if you don't care about your dad's money or something, it's just very strange.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
Now, here's something disappointing. Now, if you know who I'm imitating right now, it's Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe used to play for the Denver Broncos, and he's on all the morning show that I love on ESPN, everything else. Well, and he has a wonderful podcast. Well, it was wonderful, called Club Shay Shay. It's where I get all my information of what's really going on from Cat Williams.
Yep.
And people say they get news from here. Club Shay Shay. You want the honest to God's truth of what's going on in Hollywood?
Yep.
Cat Williams is your man.
Yep.
He does not lie.
Especially the urban side.
especially the urban side. Yeah, it's like urban Twitter out loud. Yeah. It's fascinating to watch Cat talk. One time he came up and sat next to me on a plane, and I think I've told this story though. And he goes, yeah, he's like, there's only 2 funny cats in this whole motherfucking plane, and they're both sitting right here. And then one of the flight attendants said, would you like him removed? I'm like, no.
He's my friend.
He's my friend. I know he looks like Prince, and Prince just died, and it's all weird. But anyway, Shannon had a great podcast. Now he seems like a happy man, like he never seems like an angry guy. Now he's been accused by a second woman of choking. Choking them. There's a recording with him saying, if you don't shut up, I'm going to come choke you to death. Like, I'm like, what? What? Even Bob was like, who's a crazy choker? What is that? Like, it's not even during sex. It's like where you could say, oh, this is some crazy sex thing. This is like, you made me mad. I'm just going to choke you. And then what? Kill him? I mean, what's the end of that? What is the punch you in the face? There's an end. I punched you. You fell down. I feel better, I guess. But
one happen at work?
One happened at work. Yeah. Imagine, you know what? I'm gonna skip on down the hallway and go in that tiny cubicle and choke her. Just choke the shit out of her.
Piss me off.
I'm so sad. I mean, I hope these women get whatever they're entitled to. I do think it's weird when we have a pattern going on now. Yes. Because my brother would always go, Kathleen, they're all rich and famous, and everybody accuses them. I go, Patrick, do you want to go down this route of an argument? Because you will lose. Because I will list the 25,000 athletes that have never been accused of anything. And they are rich. And they are. Dikembe Mutombo, is he in trouble? No. You want to keep going? How far should we go? How about Jack Nicklaus? No. How about Arnold Palmer? Well, yeah. He just had a lot of girlfriends. Well, he was a busy bird, not a dirty bird, not a choker bird. He was busy. But I mean, let's go through Ozzie Smith, St. Louis Cardinals. I can name him. You can't put all athletes. Shaquille O'Neal, I don't know. There have been some rumblings.
What?
Yeah, of weird things. Cheater. He admitted he cheated on his wife, but that's not the same category as choking people and being
Choking
strange.
interns.
No, I'm going to go choke. You know what's going to make me feel better today? I'm going to go choke an intern just for fun.
Yeah.
Just any reaction. If you didn't get Uber Eats Valencia fast enough, it's completely crazy.
Yeah.
He had $100 million deal for his podcast on the table. It is gone now. It might come back. I don't know if he can prove this is all bullshit. And maybe it is all bullshit. I think it's an odd thing to call out.
He was removed immediately from ESPN.
I know. And my little boyfriend, Stephen A. Smith, can't even really comment. Nobody can say nothing because it's the mouse is in charge. It's ESPN, the Grand Mouse. Yep. And the Grand Mouse makes all decisions. The draft. And then I'll stop with sports. I know some of you like sports,
People
but
like the sports.
all right. Well, the draft this is a human interest story. It's not about football.
No,
I like to preface these things. So,
crazy people.
because this is what's great. So Taryn, who did my makeup and stuff for the show, she knows literally nothing about sports.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I have friends sometimes that they're like, what's happening this weekend? I'm like, the Super Bowl. It's a bowl and it's super. But she was like, what's going on? She heard me talk about it. I go, well, there was so I'll say like I would to Taryn. There was a football player for the Dallas Cowboys, Deion Sanders, who was one of the probably greatest athletes ever lived. He has a son. He has 2 sons, Shiloh and Shedeur, which Shedeur, I'm just saying, sounds like an Elizabeth Taylor perfume. I can't get beyond that. I could just see her in her diamonds and jewels going, Shedeur, meet me in the night. I just made that up. In that, meet me in the night.
In the night.
Meet me in the night.
You know who?
Yeah.
You know who liked that? Pretty Woman. Love Shedeur.
Pretty Woman. Yeah, I'm sure her bathtub was full of Shedeur salts. Anyway, Shedeur played for Colorado, the Buffaloes, and he was a pretty good quarterback, but he's not in the best divisions. He's not. And then they hype him up, and Deion hypes him up, and the draft comes. They thought he was going to go in the first round. Well, it was the 5th round. Yep. He built a whole room in his house. He's named himself legendary. You haven't even done anything. This is where Deion needs to get the reins in if possible. You created this. This is your son who thinks all of this is appropriate. Now, maybe the kid's just out of hand, but no, because I see what Deion says.
Right.
You're all on the same pack. The only kid that doesn't seem to be on those tracks is Shiloh, who seems a little more understated.
Who's gonna start playing golf for?
Right. He's just gonna be like, fuck football, man. This is between those two yeehaws. I gotta get out of here. Like, this is crazy. Well, he didn't get picked till the 5th round, and guess who picked him? Cleveland. Cleveland. If you put a joke list together of quarterbacks that they have chosen that have never panned out, but they were like, well, it was a fire sale. He was so cheap we couldn't. Oh my God. I don't care if he's free. The shit show he's gonna bring with him, you do not want it. Deion Sanders is gonna have to take over Cleveland, the team. Shedeur and his bullshit. He had a camera crew with him to go to the gym.
Yeah, when he arrived.
No, it's gonna be a disaster.
A mess. They also have 5 quarterbacks.
As Donald would say, it's a disaster. I know Cleveland's stacking up on quarterbacks because they know, well, fuck, 4 won't work. Let's get 6. It's not a bad idea if you're shopping and shit's cheap. But the thing is, it's all of your shoes came from Payless. I don't care if you bought 10 pair. You're going to get corns and bunions. These are not good shoes. Don't do that. Spend all your money on a good shoe. Your feet matter.
We don't need a wide receiver.
No.
6 quarterbacks.
Shedeur is going to be a wide receiver, a running back, a defensive lineman. It's one of the craziest draft stories that's ever been in my lifetime. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up on the podcast, because I know a lot of you are like, whatevs. But it's one of the greatest crazy, and you need to keep following this story, whether or not, even if you don't do or do not like football, because it's a human interest story. I think we're going to see another case of Johnny Manziel.
It's gonna be a wonderful summer.
He may not even make the team. He's still got to make the team, but it's also Cleveland. I could probably make it.
You could.
Maybe.
You'd be good safety.
I'd be a good little safety, and maybe a running back because no one can find me.
Right.
Right. They'd be like, shit, where'd she go? I mean, they're all 6 foot tall now. I'll be like, see ya.
You and Brad Williams, right
I'm
in the middle.
teasing. Yeah, me and Brad Williams, comedian, dwarf, in case you're interested. Update.
He would call himself a dwarf. We would call him a little person.
He would call himself a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah. He calls his child Asian dwarf baby because his wife's Asian.
She's so cute.
Yeah. He doesn't put pictures, I'm glad, on the internet. He blocks her face out because he feels like she should have the choice in that, which I think is great. I don't know that I'd want pictures of me as a kid. Well, I actually would, because there are no pictures of me as a child. Comedy Central was like, do you have any pictures of you before age 10? I'm like, I don't know. I'll ask my mom. She's like, no, we threw that shit out when we moved. Oh, okay.
Shit out.
She meant like the boxes they didn't feel like going through. No. And then I found one picture of my first communion, and I made a terrible mistake of giving it to Comedy Central for something they were putting together. Fuckers never sent it back. That was my only photo. Anyway, sidetrack. Laura, Doomsday.
Hang on.
Update.
I interrupted your update, so you gotta do it again.
Up. Oh, wait. No, I didn't. Well, enough on Karen Reed. That's what I'm watching for real. If you're not into it, it's a little slow at times, but it's going to get revved up.
Yeah.
Go on YouTube TV. There's a bunch of feeds. You can get the local one. That's my favorite.
Core TV. Yeah.
Update. So it turns out being your own lawyer is hard. It's very difficult. The Doomsday Mom, Lori Vallow Daybell, is convicted in her fourth husband's death. So she killed that guy too. She's going back to the popo, and she will never be released, most likely. She does not have the death penalty on the line. Her third husband or whatever that, I don't know which husband that one, he does. Update. Fresh blow to Meghan Markle as her podcast flops in the charts and latest embarrassment for the Duchess. The podcast has slipped out of the top 200.
Good.
Now, with that being said, I have no idea where mine is. I've never even bothered to look. But I'm not Meghan Markle. I don't have the star power. I have termites that like to talk about beer and beef jerky and potato chips. So, I'm working on my group, but I mean, I didn't come in here with a crown on my head. I came in with reading glasses on my head.
Gonna take it away.
So, what?
William's gonna take it away.
William's going to take away their titles. Well, she's still signing shit, HRH. Yeah. You guys quit. What is so difficult about understanding quitting? And go be private. You said you want privacy?
Right.
Please, be quiet.
Stop talking.
Go hide. Quit and you should get together with Bill Belichick.
Right.
And get in your costumes that she's got you doing an Instagram photo shoot. He's the crabbiest man I've ever seen, and she's got him doing all this. She's a real update. New England. I'm concerned for my female friends in New England. Another body was found in the possible serial killer thing, and it is not a joke. This is bad. It was found off a bike path. Police in Springfield, Massachusetts responded to reports of an unresponsive person on Hall of Fame Avenue on Tuesday. This is last week. She was pronounced dead shortly after the first responders arrived. This is the 9th one. 9? Oh, no, I'm sorry. In total, 8 bodies have now been discovered across the idyllic region, sparking whether they're connected. Well, 8's a lot.
Yeah.
And they're all women. It's Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. Yeah. Mounting fears. Yeah, here's where it started. Let's see. March 6th, March 19th, March 21st, March 25th, April 9th, April 10th, April 22nd. Bodies were found. Somebody's really pissed and on a rampage. And you need to catch them before this shit, because sometimes they go quiet and they hibernate for a while. Yeah. BTK killer did it all the time. Update. Okay. So we started this last week because I was just saying my nieces and teenagers are going to lose their shit because the 2 websites that you see a lot on Instagram, Shein and Temu, it's cheap stuff from China. Yeah. And maybe we shouldn't be buying it anyway if it's sweatshops. I didn't know all that, but a friend of mine told me that. I just thought it was, whatever, cheap shit from China. The teenagers like it because they can have $100 and get like 2 swimming suits, 2 pairs of summer shorts, and it only lasts the summer and falls apart. Well, it used to be if $850 or less was shipped in merch, they didn't put import tax on it. Oh. Well, Trump has said we're doing it, and these kids are posting this shit, and this girl spent $63, and it says import charge tariff $89.
Whoa!
I mean, I told you it was going to come. It's happening. Yeah. But then I guess he called Jeff Bezos and said take that part down. Well, I think Bezos agreed. On Amazon, but take it down. But even if you take it down, if I spent $21 on a swimming suit top and then it says I own 58, I'm gonna go, what are you talking about? Right. Just saying. Holy shit, they found it. Nice. It's from research assistant Heather in Arizona. Hi, Heather. Say hi to your mother-in-law. She's the funniest lady ever walked earth. Her name's Karen. I really, really enjoyed spending time. Well, I like the whole family. Everybody's fun. Anyway, scientists claim to have discovered a new eye color no one has seen before. What? They say no human's ever seen it. The research follows an experiment in which researchers in the U.S. had laser pulses fired into their eyes. Okay, no thank you.
What? Gross.
Well, by stimulating specific cells in the retina, participants claim to have witnessed a blue-green color that scientists have called OLO, but some experts say the existence of the new color is open to argument. But when they show you this color, we'll go in the notes and send it to you. I mean, you can go look. It looks like a new color to me. I would call it blue-yellow?
Bello.
Bello. It's bello.
Color your eyes.
But maybe that's like what other animals see. Let's start shooting lasers into everybody's eyes. Oh. But I don't even like the air being shot into my eye at LensCrafters, so I don't know how I feel about a laser. Yeah, it's pretty crazy looking. What if it is true? How do we make ourselves see that more? Be awesome. Why don't we add a color? That'll really throw Sherman Williams off their game. They got to think of 100,000 names. Mm-hmm. The article gets very hard scientific-y. But you understand what I'm saying. If you want to know more, you can do that. You can go to the schnotes. Oh, my God. This makes me laugh so hard. So I always think of jobs I would want in retirement. Here's a job I would like. Okay. So when there's a festival or so, a comedy festival or a music festival or something, they have people called talent relations. Yep. And they are in charge of specifically, like, I go make sure you have a ride. I make sure when you arrive, I have your keys. Yep. So you organize it all. Well, I want to be a talent relations person. It's the only cruise I'll agree to go on. Well, actually, I'd rather just do it at port and then send them out to sea. The Monsters of Rock 2026. Epic. I mean, all I would do is be taking pictures and sending them to my brother all day. It's gearing up for the voyage of Monsters of Rock for 2026. Its 16th sailing since its debut in 2012. Oh, it's super popular.
Wow.
It's going to be in April 12th to April 17th, 2026. It's going to depart from Miami. It's going to stop in Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic and the Great Stirrup Cay in the Bahamas. I'm going to tell you who's going. This is why I want to be the talent relations, because I want to see what their riders say. I'll set all that up.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine standing on a dock calling Patrick going, Patrick, I can't talk to you. I'm waiting to meet Slayer.
I got it.
It's so fantastic. It's like, here's the band. It's like all this shit I can remember as a kid. Night Ranger, Queensryche,
Whoa.
Striper, Slaughter, Great White. They were the ones. Yeah, the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lita Ford,
Oh,
absolutely
yes.
video queen of the 90s, 80s.
Amazing.
Quiet Riot, they don't even get top billing. That's weird. I'm just reading something. Vixen,
Nice.
Dangerous Toy Killer Dwarves, never heard of them.
Love it. The merch would be great.
Right. Striper, I already said Striper. Paradise Kitty, Stone Whiskey. The rest of them wouldn't be what I would call, headliner names.
Okay.
But I can't. I think I'd have to go on the cruise. I got to see everybody who's signing up.
Well, let's go.
No,
Like for a night.
it's just a fantasy job. I want to be I'm in charge of Queens, right? That's amazing. I want to see what they look like. How old are they now? Am I looking? Let me guess. I'm looking for an older man with straight hair, white guy, gray hair, and probably still smoking.
Done.
Moving on to news. A Texas mother was arrested after bringing Jell-O shots to a fifth grade classroom party.
Oh my. Wait, what?
Real ones. Maybe she didn't do it on purpose. Teresa Isabella Bernal, 33 years old, was charged with injury to a child in connection with a party at December 20th at Jones Elementary School in Tyler, Texas. She purchased the Jell-O shots from a home business she found on Facebook. Well, did she, maybe she didn't know.
Maybe.
The shots, I know this, no one got seriously hurt. So if I'm allowed to laugh at this a tiny bit,
Yeah.
I'd like to. The shots were laid out on a table along with treats students had brought to share in the cafeteria. 15 students consumed the shots, and then they all had stomach and headaches. Wow, it's not funny. But just that somebody did it and didn't. One kid passed out. He got super sleepy and went conk. He's fine. I mean, they're okay. He fell and he couldn't get back on his feet. She said she didn't know the shots contained alcohol, but conceded they do taste different. Yeah, but I don't know. I've had a million Jell-O shots in my life that I did not taste the alcohol in. Where I've even complained about it. I mean, I'm like, that. What? How much is that? What they charge for that?
Let me see.
That's bullshit. There was no shot of liquor in there. That's just Jell-O, and they're hoping everybody's drunk. Here's a Jell-O shot. You're like, that was great.
They're so good.
Yeah, well, I love them.
Great in the summer. Red.
That's just like, don't buy that. You got to make that yourself. You can't buy it off Facebook Marketplace or whatever.
Wow. Here we go.
The Facebook Sweets business Bernal had purchased the shots from had a clear disclaimer on its website stating the shots were made with Smirnoff vodka. Oh, they didn't even get good
Now they
vodka.
got good vodka.
No.
No, you're gonna have a terrible head.
Now they're going to have a hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't send emails. I know it's not funny to give kids alcohol, but I'm just saying, if you're going to buy Jell-O shots, make sure you're real. Speaking of alcohol,
Otherwise, it'd be called Jell-O cups.
speaking of alcohol, for the first time, wild chimpanzees have been pictured eating and sharing boozy fruit.
What is
They're having happy hours now.
Shut up.
No, I'm not kidding. A research team led by the University of Exeter set up cameras in Guinea's National Park. Footage of the chimps sharing fermented African breadfruit confirmed to contain alcohol raises fascinating questions about why and if the chimps deliberately seek out alcohol. Yeah, because I've been following this. I didn't say it out loud because I didn't think people would believe me. But like one chimp went first, and then I think he went back and was like, you gotta try this shit. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
That's hilarious.
for humans, we know that drinking alcohol leads to a release of dopamine and endorphins and results in feelings of happiness and relaxation. We also know that sharing alcohol, including through traditions such as feasting, helps to form and strengthen social bonds. They're literally hosting happy hours now. It's a fruit. It looks like a watermelon, but whatever happens inside of it creates alcohol.
The fermentation.
Yes. Are they actually hosting happy hours? These people think yes.
Nice.
I think so too.
Good.
They've been to 10 happy hours so far. 10.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
The highest level was of alcohol was found to be the equivalent of 0.61% alcohol by volume measured in alcoholic drinks. This is relatively low, but researchers say it may be the tip of the iceberg, as 60 to 85% of chimps' diet is fruit. So low level of alcohol, it could get them hammered.
That's crazy.
They were unlikely to get drunk, and he didn't put drunk. Whoever wrote this article are they drunk? Are they drunk? And everybody knows the difference. Then they go and say, I always have to get serious. The impact on their metabolism, but nobody cares. I just want to know. I want to see a video of the happy hour. Did they have fun? Did they have a good time? Molecular adaptation that increases ethanol. Oh, God, guys, science. Don't be so serious all the time. Just go get the video.
Yeah.
This makes me happy. Some goddamn rules in this globe we're living in. Finally, I've been saying this since I saw the movie Into Thin Air about Mount Everest. I'm obsessed with Everest. I'm obsessed with people who do it. I'm obsessed with all of it. Well, I've been saying, because people keep dying more and more and more, and there's too many people on the goddamn mountain. And I don't blame the Tibetans because they need the cash. They need the money. They got 1 month to make their money. Yep. May. So if they want to drag all these yahoos up and lose a few, fine. We're doing it. It's just amazing to me. Somebody would say, hey, would you like to participate in this sport? Right now, there's 200 dead bodies on the playing field, and we can't retrieve them. If you just step around them, you'll be good. I'm like, well, how'd they die? Maybe I won't do that. Well, they finally put some rules. It's great. Good. Mount Everest rule change. Okay, so I'm going to read the actual article. Nepal is set to pass a law to grant permits to climb Mount Everest only to those who have previously scaled at least one peak 7,000 meters within the country. I love it.
That's good.
That's what you should do.
Especially within the country.
Within the country, too, because then you have to prove that you're very serious about this and you're not some socialite friend of a newscaster. There's no reason to go through those names again, but I think everybody knows that. Who that lady. We're dragging socialites up a mountain so they can get a goddamn Instagram picture? No. Because you're going to kill the Sherpas. Eventually, they end up dying too, dragging your dumb ass. Prove you're a climber. Prove this is what you want to do. And for the people who can't do that, go to base camp.
What do we say to that?
Popper, no. You're not going to live in Tibet. You're not even Chinese. What? I know. It's a cult. It's a sex cult. I can't handle this with no lorazepam. Why are y'all talking at me? Shut up. So I think that's great news.
Yes.
Stop it. Stop killing the locals. Stop killing Sherpas. And they'll still get as many people one way or another.
Yeah.
But don't make the Sherpas drag morons up a hill for a Facebook picture.
No, it's stupid.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And they're just taking advantage of it because they can.
Right.
And I'm glad.
They have money.
Okay. Formula One is starting. Little Vegas news. Yeah. I don't get it. It's not my thing. No. Any of you termites? Have you gone? Well, if you want to get in on it now, the Bellagio's got tickets starting at $7,750 for the 3-night event.
What? Holy shit.
Yeah. I don't know. The car goes by so fast. Did I even care? I probably missed it. That'd be my luck. I'd be in the bathroom. I'd have had 20 beers waiting for this bullshit to happen, and then I'm like, I gotta run to go to the bathroom, and then be like, nope, the cars went by. Meow. Last year, the tickets started at $12,500 and still sold out.
That's crazy.
So, if you want to go, there are single-day passes starting at $50, but they're already sold out.
That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know. Go find a good spot. Little something about Elaine Wynn. It just warms my heart when Vegas does something sentimental because all they do is wreck shit and pretend like you were never there. Steve Wynn, the man with he did the Mirage and all that back in the day. He really reinvented Vegas in the 90s, but he did it with his wife Elaine, and she died. And after all the money they made, she gave most of it away. She was a wonderful person, and Vegas dimmed the whole strip. All lights went out.
That's so crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Just when I think I can't cry about something sentimental.
No, it's a nun
She
and
was
Elaine Wynn.
82.
Was she really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I think he's like 83. He's not young either, and I think he's kind of blind.
He's really blind.
Yeah, he's got that disease. She did so much philanthropic work for Vegas. It was just amazing, and she made sure that Vegas. She was into it. Like she was like, let's build this, let's build that. She was instrumental in getting the baseball team. She gave it her all.
Steve is 83
He's 83
and a Capricorn.
and a Capricorn. Oh, I don't really know any Capricorns.
Born in New Haven, Connecticut.
New Haven, Connecticut. Well, good for Elaine. I mean, she had a nice life. Put it that way. Just when you think we're doing shit, here's what Sweden's doing. They're building the world's first permanent electrified road that lets electric vehicles charge while driving.
Whoa.
Yep. With 3,000 kilometers planned by 2035, it's set to reshape the future of sustainable mobility. Right. We're trying to fix a bridge that fell in a lake somewhere and God knows where.
That's hilarious.
This is great news.
About 1,800 miles, by the way.
Is it 1,800 miles? Jesus. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
This is a round of applause for termites that like to nap. I love a nap. I love a nap. And then I meet, like, Brian, my friend, will be like, I've never napped in my whole life. I'm like, right, because there's something wrong with you. You're too hyper. You got to enjoy, like Patrick says, it improves the quality of the rest of your day. It's an investment in you. A nap is an investment in you. Daytime naps may help slow brain aging by up to 6.5 years.
Fantastic.
All of Spain and Mexico is going to live forever. Siestas. And me with them.
Totally.
It was published in the journal Sleep Health. The study analyzed brain scans and genetic data from over 3,500 participants in the UK Biobank. People that took daytime naps had larger brain volumes, an indicator linked to better brain health and slower cognitive decline. Wow. Shout out to the nappers.
Fantastic.
2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Who's getting in?
Cindy.
The newest entrants announced during the live broadcast on April 27th were and are Bad Company,
Cool.
Chubby Checker.
All right.
My mom would love that. He should have been in a long time ago. Joe Cocker, yeah.
Yep.
Cindy Lauper,
Yes.
absolutely.
So great.
Outcast, I really can't tell you what they say.
I like them. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Atlanta, baby.
Atlanta. Oh, I know Outcast. Okay, I was thinking like heavy metal.
Nope.
Soundgarden,
Not at all.
The White Stripes. That'll be a great show.
It's a great show.
Oh, my friend Brian's band Fish didn't make it.
Fish is
Fish, yeah. Well, they have a loyal fan base.
They do.
They'll get in at some
Yeah,
point.
they're still-
It takes a few rounds sometimes. You just got to be patient. Look at Cher. She told him to fuck off 85 times.
Totally.
Okay. I think I'm going to my feel-good stories. Yeah. Well, let's talk about micro-cheating for a minute. This is what I love about the young people. I'd never heard of the term. Micro-cheating refers to small breaches of trust in a relationship that don't pass the threshold of into a physical affair.
What?
I can see it.
Emotional cheating then.
There was somebody I just said, I bet she took his phone. Oh, well, my theory, Rory McIlroy, the golfer with the Amanda Ballesteros or whatever her name is. I'm not saying he had an affair, but maybe she finds the phone, the wife, and saw a lot of texting, flirting. I made all that up, by the way. Do not sue me. I just think that's probably what happened.
Exactly.
This is, with phones now and texting, it can be that.
Yep.
For example, someone may leave their wedding ring at home when they go out alone or secretly chat with an ex-partner online. Oh,
Who's doing that?
acts of micro-cheating are subjective and therefore can be difficult to navigate in a relationship. But if they occur consistently, they can signal larger relationship problems. It's behaviors that lead to their partner's emotional or physical commitment to the relationship. If you're questioning that, yeah. Here's some. These are just examples. This is for the youngsters. Interacting with an ex-partner in a manner that makes their partner feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Flirting or fueling sexual energy with someone besides their partner.
Yep.
Not making it clear to others that he or she is in an exclusive relationship, particularly when someone's making advances.
Yes.
Secretly communicating with an ex-partner. We already talked about that. This list is repetitive. Joining a dating site. Well, fuck yeah. Oh my God.
Under status.
How long have we been married, Bob? I don't know. I'm on Bumble right now. There's a lady in Houston that I think I like. Do you care if I go to Houston this weekend? What? No, Bob.
They call it micro cheating. Micro. Like it's just no.
Yeah, it's tiny cheating. Joining a dating site is beyond. It's one thing if you talk to somebody on Facebook that was an ex-partner, but to go, I got 8 profiles up, bitches. I'm busy.
I'm undecided about you.
Right. My God, who writes these? That's from Psychology Today.
Shut up.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I mean, sometimes my sources are not really super valid, but that one, come on.
Some of the stuff you send, I'm like,
I'm also obsessed with rogue waves, and I'm always afraid my friend Jim McDonald might get caught in one because he goes on cruise ships a lot to do stand-up.
okay.
They freak me out. But in November of 2020, they're just releasing the information on this, so it's not me being 5 years behind.
Okay.
A freak wave came out of the blue, lifting a lonesome buoy off the coast of British Columbia, 58 feet high.
Holy shit.
I think I'm obsessed with them because they can't really explain them. They don't know how they happen. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to say? Winds, the water swirling. They have a million theories, but nobody knows exactly why.
Right.
For centuries, rogue waves were considered nothing but nautical folklore. It wasn't until 1995. This is why when people don't believe shit, I'm like, we don't even find out things till now.
Right.
1995, the myth became a fact. On the first day of the new year, a wave 85 feet high suddenly struck an oil drilling platform roughly 100 miles off the coast of Norway.
Oh my God.
Yep. At the time, the so-called Dropner wave defied all previous models scientists had put together. Since then, dozens more rogue waves have been recorded, even some in lakes. See, I'm afraid of that Lake of the Ozarks.
A rogue wave.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I've kind of seen baby ones
Okay.
where you're like, what was that? Like you're driving the boat, everything's fine, and then you're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Right.
What is
Right.
that?
Right.
Anyway.
Okay. Thanks for the update.
Yeah, I just think you should know. I read a whole book on rogueways. I didn't really learn anything.
I'm still looking at pictures of Cyndi Lauper.
Cindy Lauper. I love Cindy. I want to go through it one more time before she quits.
Micro cheating.
This makes me laugh really hard. These are my fun weird facts. We're gonna have another thing on fun weird facts. There'll be another segment. I might have a segment called trail cams too, because I'm fascinated with.
Trail
I love trail cams.
Wow, you're such a redneck.
That's my redneck side. Yeah, it's my fun neck.
You think people hate sports? Trail cams.
You think trail cams are more boring than sports? No, not when I tell you what we're finding on them. Jesus.
Wow.
This is great. In medieval Germany, 13th through 16th centuries, marital duels were a rare, regulated legal practice, allowing husbands and wives to settle serious disputes like infidelity or property conflicts,
Micro cheating.
micro-cheating, through joining web dating sites, through ritualized combat. They fought, but listen to the rules. Rooted in Germanic tradition of trial by combat, these duels were believed to reveal divine judgment. To balance the physical differences, the man had to lay in a pit, and he was only available to fight from the chest up. They were approved by courts and reflect the era's patriarchal yet complex gender dynamics, aiming for a fair resolution. Yeah, there's a picture of him. He's in a hole, and she's just bashing him. I don't know how he's supposed to win.
German women are huge.
Well, you're right. German women are big people. A lot of them that I've seen. You're like, holy crap.
That's crazy.
Here's our super feel-good story.
Oh my God. That's my favorite story. You can only fight
From the waist. Oh, it's not even the waist. It's more like his rib cage up. He's in this hole, and he's just, it's like a Monty Python thing.
Wow.
By the way, a new camera has been procured for this Pubcast, and I'm gonna have to start doing hair and makeup if I get any clearer next week. Oh, it's gonna look great. My friend Terrence looks really good, and I'm like, what are you? So anyway, here's a great feel-good story.
Am I going to operate that?
You are gonna operate that. It's gonna be arriving, and then AJ is gonna come over here and teach you how to use it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Well, he already set one up.
Okay.
Is there better than a live Google person?
No.
No.
AJ's great.
Escaped dog in Australia is rescued after 525 days alone in the wilderness.
What?
Now, just let me state for the record,
Wow.
my brother and his wife have always had dachshunds, and I do love them. But like we used to say about Lukey, best, worst dog ever, they have a mind of their own. They're not going to necessarily be obedient.
No.
They're funnier than shit. I get it. I would have a red long-haired one if I could. But this one, mind of its own. A runaway miniature dachshund in Australia named Valerie has been found alive and well after she went missing for 529 days in the wilderness. Wildlife searchers announced late Friday that Valerie had been safely rescued on Kangaroo Island off the coast of South Australia. The beloved sausage dog had captured international attention after disappearing in November of 2023 during a camping trip with her owners, Josh and Georgia. We're absolutely thrilled and deeply relieved that Valerie is finally safe. The nonprofit group said volunteers spent more than 1,000 hours and traveled more than 3,000 miles in search operation, which involved numerous traps and cameras and traps. They created a scented trail using her toys and all this stuff, and the trail eventually lured the dog into the cage. She went right back into the corner. I pressed the button, and thankfully it worked perfectly.
Okay.
But see, this is a dachshund. I don't care if you leave.
Right.
They have an attitude.
Bye.
Like, bye-bye. Hold on. She came up, she would sniff us, and we'd just go by her cues until she was calm and snuggle up, blah, blah, blah. She's incredibly grateful. I mean, the family stayed for a week.
That's crazy.
That's where Lukey would just be a little asshole.
Yeah.
He'd hear you calling, almost cat-like sometimes, with their attitude. She went on the loose, Valerie, when her owners left her briefly at their campsite to go fishing. The duo, assisted by locals, searched for Valerie but couldn't find her. The dog was presumed dead since it was highly unlikely she could survive alone on Kangaroo Island, which is home to venomous snakes and spiders. About a year later, frequent sightings of a dachshund with a pink collar began to emerge.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The
Wow.
group concluded from first-hand accounts and video evidence that Valerie was still alive, but catching her was not easy since she ran at the first sign of humans or vehicles. They were constantly competing with wildlife like possums, wallabies, kangaroos, and feral cats. Wow. It's not as easy as just baiting and setting up. Yeah, they probably caught like 50 possums before they caught the dog again. Kangaroo Island is the third largest island in Australia and is renowned for its rich native wildlife, including more than 30 threatened animal and plant species. Hey, it's a wonderful story. Now, how long will Valerie stay in the yard?
Yeah.
An hour.
15 minutes.
You couldn't keep Lukey in. The only time Lukey accidentally ate a pop brownie once, and my brother said he knew that something was weird because Lukey was laying in the front yard just with his eyes closed, feeling the wind. Now, just like his head was up and he was enjoying the breeze. If Lukey had ever been out in the front yard without his, somebody minding him, he would have been 10 subdivisions away.
Right.
Yeah, he wouldn't have just laid on the grass, feeling the wind. All right, we got some thank yous and we got some quotes and a saint we're going to talk about.
I like that jacket. Cool.
The Pabst jacket, everything they did was so nice. They gave me this jersey. It's the Predators baby team. Look at this thing. It says Madigan on the back. I'm going to have to get it up. The Milwaukee Admirals.
Yeah, that is super cool.
It's a real jersey.
Yeah.
Like the real,
CCM's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it hemmed a little bit.
You
So
can wear it to Preds games.
I can wear it to Pred games, and then people are like, what is that thing? Because sometimes I hide my St. Louis Blues. The hockey playoffs are going on. I have to watch the Blues tonight. First, I got to catch up on Karen Reed.
Busy day.
Missed a lot.
Busy day.
Milwaukee. These are the thank yous. And then, I wanted to do a Pap shout out to Matt and Paul. They're the ones who gave me this. And production, Robin runs the whole deal.
Yeah.
And she was great.
She's awesome.
It's so much to shoot to in one day. And everybody's there. Esmeralda, everybody was there at ungodly hours of the morning, and we don't get out of there until 1 o'clock at night. And Esmeralda got food backstage that was the greatest. You would think short rib pasta wouldn't sound that great. It was great.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, well, there was a lobster ravioli. There was just so much food, but anyway. Because Ron's like, where are we going? I go, nowhere. I'm too tired. My feet hurt. I've had heels on for 8 hours. Sit down. You tell that dog to sit down.
Have some lobster ravioli.
Yeah. Here, Maddie, want some lobster ravioli? I know you only eat real food, but your dog food. But here, let's try this and see what happens to your system.
Let's put you on a plane.
So this is a catnip cigar I've already given to baby cat. And this made me laugh, but I have a point to make here too. I always say I'm not going to do politics, but I cannot let go what RFK Jr. said go by. These are two. I like that they wrote it on each side because somebody's handwriting is as good as the other ones. We're two gay autistic fans of yours, and only to you in clowning on RFK Jr. because they're autistic. And he went on this thing about, he was grouping a lot of autistic people in the same group, which the irony is, it's the one thing that has a bizarrely large spectrum. That, many will never be able to write a poem. Okay. Yeah, AJ, right. My community. Somebody said if we're going to make an autism registry, are we just going to start in every comedy club green room? Just sign up. Fuck, I could tell you. Yeah. I mean, anyway, he said, they'll never be able to use a toilet. All these bad things that sound horrific. And for some extreme people on the spectrum, those things may be true. But meanwhile, my nephew's driving a car. Yeah. Like, it was not said right.
AJ's setting up your camera.
AJ's coming over here to do shit I can't understand, selling out comedy clubs, his schedule. I'm like, that's a really good schedule. Maybe who's no. They came to Madison years ago. They brought the cigar. So shout out to the two, Cole and Andrew. Cool. Yes, and I would like to thank, they're both pretty legible. I don't know who wrote what. PTO for the print side. Oh. Baby cat loves her cigar, and it's funny to see it right on the side of her mouth. I'm going to take a picture where she actually looks like Al Capone. So thank you for all of that. And let's see. The Great Dane Pilsner, I haven't tried it yet, but with a Bigfoot koozie. That's from Lori, Mary, Pam, and Karen. Wisconsin Termites. A Bigfoot air freshener. Haribo wine gummies. I haven't tried those yet. I haven't done anything. I only unpack suitcases so baby cat calms down because when she sees them, she gets crazy. That's from Northern Chicago Termites. Meghan Markle, 14 years old, and Lincoln, 12 years old. Who?
Yeah, it's them.
Yeah. I like just this little sign. Today will be awesome.
They sent it to you on their card.
Yeah, it was on the card. Made me laugh. It's gonna hang right there. Greenies, Pig Farmer Pilsner, love it. All kinds of stuff. Dennis and Peggy, a wine bottle, a wind chime for the new Ozark house. Boom. Unknown termite.
There's no
card. Update pint glass. This is the Fear of the Deer one. This is I'll use that one. That was from Des Moines Termite. Brenda, Greenies, Cat Toys, Carolyn, Jessica, Haribo Basket, Illinois Termite, and Haribo fan Sheila. And the last one, Shanky Whip Irish liqueur. I haven't tried that yet. Greenies instead. The Greenies were great. Carrie and Kevin. Yep. So thank you guys for all that. Let's do a couple quotes and a saint.
Did you do a fireball shot at the end of the show?
I did do a fireball shot at the end of the show.
Nice.
But I really just wanted a glass of wine. Sometimes I get all wound up about the fireball shot, and then I'm like, I'm tired. I gotta go to my nana. I want to go back to the trade and snuggle up and see sports highlights that I missed. And what did I miss on the Karen Reed thing? Okay. St. James the Apostle. He died in 44 AD. Wow. Right.
He's old.
He was a newbie. I mean, he was the brother to the disciple John. Well, he had famous relatives. He met Jesus while fishing near. This is what he's in charge of. Veterinarians, equestrians, laborers, soldiers, aid for arthritis, rheumatism.
Oh my God.
This is when we didn't have enough saints. They're like, just give him like 8 jobs.
Right.
You're like, look, I'm trying to get this lady's rheumatoid arthritis under control, and you want me to go visit an equestrian? What the fuck? Wow. James is one of only 3 disciples who bore witness to Christ's transfiguration. It is said he brought a dead boy back to life. When the boy's father heard this, he declared his son was no more alive than the fowl on the table, at which point the bird rose up and flew away.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Upon his death, His body was said to be carried to angels by Spain. His relics were found 800 years later in Compostela, where miracles took place in his name. His cult grew in medieval Spain, and he became the rallying cry of the Spanish army.
Cool.
He was invoked at the defender of Christianity against the Moors. He has appeared in Mexico, New Mexico, and Colorado in time of great need.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah. I like the guys that can appear in many places, or girls too. There's a word for that. Transportal?
Nope. Transitation?
You're thinking transcendental
Yeah,
meditation. No, that's when you float.
I know.
That's not.
That's my favorite.
It's when you float. The Beatles thought they could do that when they went and studied with that guru in Iowa. And I remember seeing that on the news thinking,
Iowa?
yeah, there was a big guy in Iowa. He was a transcendental meditation guy. And I was laughing that the Beatles were in Iowa, but then I was saying to my parents, what if think we could drive up there? And that floating looks awesome. If it's really, it was George Harrison mainly.
Okay, we're going into this.
I'll tell you next week. You want to hear the whole story?
In Iowa.
Yes, it was
Why?
somewhere in Iowa.
Wow.
Google transcendental meditation
No,
in
we're
Iowa.
gonna talk about
All
it
right,
next
I'll
week.
save it.
Yes.
Here's a little something from the Queen.
You can't just leave that. Whoa.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Where's the one I wanted? Here we go. This was the Queen. She met Eric Clapton at Buckingham Palace in a reception line. And she said to him, "Have you been playing for a long time?"
Shut up.
To Eric Clapton. He was like 60.
I'm good. It's called multi-location.
No, it's not multi-location. Go Padre Pio. Put in Padre Pio appearing in many places at one time. It has to be the same time or it doesn't count. Well, no, it counts, but it's more impressive if it's at the same time. I would give you more saint stars. I'll find the word.
It's called bilocation.
No.
Okay.
I'll work on it this week.
I'm sorry. That's what Wikipedia says.
Well, Wikipedia doesn't know shit. Yeah, you have to go with the Catholic route. That's not. Okay,
Bilocation. Miracleofsaints.com. It's the bilocation.
Nah.
Shut up. I like the floating.
Well,
It's fun.
I had to share one. So, hold on. Termites.
Well, share's broken. We can do it next week.
No.
No?
Okay, this is funny. She said this in 2013. A guy said, "What do you do with Cher? She's too old to be young, and she's too young to be old. I can't go the other way, so I'll have to wait till I'm old enough to be old."
There you go.
All right, termites, let's get on the Karen Reed trial. Back to our juror seats, please. The break is ended. You're now, I love the judge. Let's go to lunch. Again, there's 100 memes. There's a lady on TikTok who does her, and she kind of looks like her. My friend Kelly tripped me onto that one.
And then you just have to watch the fan for an hour.
And then, yeah, they just hold on the fan. I think we could get a little something more creative going. How about advertising spots in that? I mean, that's the other thing. I'm kind of glad they don't, though. It's kind of nice. All right, termites. Ready? Where's my fire?